Have you ever thought about how some people can make others miss them so much even when they're not around? It's not magic or luck. It's a mix of methods and attitudes that, when used correctly, can change anything. A lot of people think that staying close is the key to a good friendship. But the truth is very different. The real connection comes from by being able to be unforgettable instead of just present. Picture being the person your partner can't stop thinking about, how to turn every moment into a chance to appreciate and think about what you have. Not just a psychological trick, but also a practice that involves growing, being able to take care of yourself, communicate clearly, and keep an amazing this guide. We'll look at how these habits can not only make you feel more present, not only improve your relationship, but also your personal life. Learn the keys to making a long-lasting effects and a lack that, far from being a problem, becomes a powerful force of attraction. Get ready to learn how to make your presence unbelievable and your partner, I miss you more than ever. Please stay with us until the end. I have a secret trick that will make it extra special. Self-sufficiency is an important part of being present and ready to go. For anyone who wants to build strong, healthy relationships, when someone shows that they can take care of their own mental and emotional needs, it's not only people who find self-sufficiency beautiful and deeply inspiring, see it as a sign of Stoicism, is like a light that never goes out, even when life is rough. Being able to do everything on your own naturally draws people to you because everyone wants that. Security and inner strength. Think about someone who is always trying to fit in. This person might seem needy and unsafe, which can drive partners away. Now compare this to someone who is independent and has their own. As long as they have hobbies, goals, and interests, they live their lives to the fullest. Making changes to their habits, or looking for ways to take charge of their minds, independence is seen as a strong trait, which makes this a natural attraction. This desired trait of self-sufficiency can also be seen in a person who is self-sufficient, makes choices about how to handle money and important life choices. That will change their life and give them the strength to know they can handle the results, good or bad. Good or bad, they don't have to depend on their partners too much for mental or financial support, which this often leads to a more balanced and satisfying connection for both people. Balance can be seen in how they handle their money and spend it wisely. Living within their means and being self-sufficient also help the person be a more present and involved partner. They aren't thinking about their own fears or they need attention all the time, but they can really focus on the bond they spend time together on trips or on projects that are important to both of you, but also value the time they spend alone. This mix between love and being independent makes the relationship stronger because both partners know they can depend on each other without being too dependent on each other. Self-sufficiency encourages a respect for each other in a relationship where both partners can support themselves and grow as individuals. In reality, they don't see each other as two missing pieces. They see each other as whole people who choose to be together. This builds a strong base of respect and love, where each person misses the other person without having to. But because they really want to share their lives, how can you grow more being able to take care of yourself? Leave your answer in the comments. Is a skill that, when honed, can completely change the dynamics of a relationship. Imagine being able to keep your cool even when things get tense. In these cases, this not only makes your partner feel good, but it also gives off an air of stability, and security is a well-known example of a topic that could easily be escalate, but you choose to react carefully because you have emotional control. Maturity and knowledge, this method not only settles disagreements more quickly, but also makes people respect each other more. This mental control is also a direct, think about how you handle the ups and downs of life. Picture yourself in the middle of a personal storm, like to avoid losing money or having a trouble at work. Keep the serenity and clarity of thought. You have a great deal of Stoicism, but this doesn't show it. This is a very important skill to have, because it means controlling your thoughts so they don't affect what you do. Making choices that will change your life, you should always keep things in perspective. And being able to control your feelings and use logic also makes your displays of love more genuine. Impactful. Instead of acting on impulse, your actions are planned and real. Imagine a beautiful dinner where you choose to focus on the good things instead of the little things that bother you. During times of bonding, this kind of behavior sticks out and makes your partner miss you. Your calm and collected appearance is like picking up habits that will make you forget about the kind and loving things you do. It's important to remember that mental control is also closely linked to the being able to control your mind. Meditation and awareness can help you do this. That help you focus on your feelings and act more carefully. Some real-life examples are meditating every day or just taking deep breaths when you need to. Make sure you stress that these habits not only make your daily life better, but also affect your relationship and make it a place of peace and harmony. Emotional control is an investment that pays off in the short and long run. It shapes the person who can keep their emotions in check, can plan how they handle money, relationships, and big choices. And take action with clarity, which leads to a better organized, and any partner really values having this much power over their life. It's a safe place to be when life is unclear. How can you improve your mental control and use it in your relationship? Feel free to leave your answer in the comments. The skill of speaking with meaning and depth, making talks that really think about the difference between a talk that is just surface level and one where every word is carefully chosen to say what it needs to say. An emotion or thought. This way of talking not only makes you stand out, but also builds a stronger connection with the other person. Stoicism says that when you choose your words with purpose, you can make a connection with your partner. Give something useful to talk about and leave a lasting memory, a real-life example. As an example of purposeful communication during a tough conversation, instead of you can stop, think, and reply in a way that instead of acting on impulse, encourages mutual respect and understanding. This not only ends problems more effectively, and also shows a level of emotional growth that isn't often seen. And liked how this habit of responding instead of reacting can definitely change the way your relationship works to make it better and more. Being fully present in conscious communication is also a satisfying thing to do. Interactions when you are fully involved, listening carefully and replying carefully to each. The talk turns into a chance to strengthen the emotional connection. This can be as easy as putting down your phone, so you can talk to each other without being interrupted at dinner. These little things showing your partner that you value their time, and presence is a powerful way to improve the quality of your relationship. It's important to use words that motivate and inspire instead of just, by talking about problems, you can use conversation to build support for each other and a sense of shared goals. When talking about money or big decisions that will affect your life, you can point out strengths instead of flaws. Celebrate successes and have faith in the future. This positive attitude not only makes the relationship stronger, but also makes a place where people want to work together and grow. Communication between both partners is the key to a strong partnership. It's like making habits that will change your life every time you feel heard and understood. A good conversation builds trust and a link between you and the other person. By doing this, you become someone whose loss is felt deeply because your partner needs you and your words are important to them. How can you make your talks more purposeful and important? Leave your answer in the comments. Absence is a strangely strong idea in any relationship. When you enjoy the time you spend alone, you show that you are confident and able to handle things on your own. Highly appealing. Imagine being okay with the distance while knowing that it can actually make the mental link between you two by accepting that one of you is absent. To grow as a person, which makes the relationship stronger. Think of silence as when you and your partner spend time apart, each reunion becomes a chance to look forward to and appreciate each other. More important, it's like a couple who has to be apart for a few days because of work, but takes this time to think about how valuable the other person is before they meet again. The connection is stronger, and the joy is obvious. This dynamic shows how decisions that will change your life may depend on how you handle being away. When you accept someone's absence, you also have to trust the mental bond you have with them. There is still trust and safety in the relationship, even when you are not physically together. Seen that couples who stay together, despite being far apart, do so by using planned. As long as there is communication and mental control, the flame will stay alive. There is only physical distance between them, not mental. They trust each other all the time. That will change your life because it makes the connection stronger by taking advantage of your absence. It's also important to focus on your own growth during these times. Do things that are good for your body and mind, like picking up new hobbies or putting money into schooling. Not only makes you a better person, but it also gives your partner more value when you come back with new adventures. And information is interested in this never-ending change and the work to become someone. Being okay with someone being away shows how much you love and care for them by showing that you accept their absence. During times of separation, you show that the quality of your time together is more important than that your partner admires your emotional growth, which makes them miss you. You long even more for the times when you can share your lives again. How could you value the times when your partner isn't there more? Leave your answer in the comments. Interaction is a practice that can change any relationship and take it to a new level. Peaks of connection and interwhy when you're in every moment fully shared with your partner. You make memories that improve your relationship. Full-on hearing, not just with your ears, but also with your whole heart. Being there makes even the smallest talks important and unique. Imagine a dinner where both partners put away their phones and TVs to really connect with each other. By doing this, you show that you value the other person's time and company. This level of awareness is your partner will miss you because of this habit, because they will remember how good your conversations were and want more. Simple but strong ways to show how much you care in times like these. Being aware of their presence also means noticing and appreciating the little things. Little acts of kindness and love can make a big difference. When done on purpose, like when you're making your partner's favorite meal, leaving a sweet message before you go to work, or anything else, these actions show that you care about what they need. This practice is meant to give you a sense of being deeply loved and respected. One of the habits that will change your life and make your relationship stronger is being aware when you talk to people. Displays how you handle your feelings and thoughts when you're in the moment. This makes it important not to let fears about the past or the future take over. An atmosphere of peace and safety where both partners can be open and honest. It's like using the rules for keeping your mind in check so you can focus on the present, which makes the practice of mindfulness is an ongoing investment in the relationship. Developing this skill is an investment in the relationship. Marcus Aurelius said, You build a strong base of trust and connection that will stand the test of time. Doing each thing as if it were the last one and applying this to your relationships can change the quality of them. Of your relationship, how can you pay more attention and be more present in your daily life? Interactions. Feel free to leave your answer in the comments. One of the most important things for building a strong and dependable relationship picture, sending a good morning word at the start of the day and at the end of the day, by writing down a review of your day's events and thoughts every night. These small, regular actions build a rhythm that if your partner doesn't get these every day, it becomes an important part of their habit. Interactions would be felt strongly, like the loss of a melody that has become familiar and comforting. Talking to each other also keeps you reminded of your love and commitment. Instead of big moves here and there, it's the regularity of small actions that show really makes a difference. Picture a couple who texts each other all the day by talking about small wins and problems. This not only keeps that both linked them and made them feel like the other person was always there in their lives. These easy habits that people do every day are actually very important for strengthening the. Additionally, this consistency builds trust and an emotional link. Anxiety can be lowered by knowing that you can count on your partner to be there and talk to you often, and makes the bond stronger. This is especially important when things are stressful. Or, when having trouble, regular communication about money choices that will changes your life or just tells you what happened during the day. It sets up a habit of trustworthiness that is very strong. When communication is valued, being consistent also means being able to listen carefully. It's not enough to just talk. You have to listen and answer carefully as well. Showing that you care about what your partner says and feels is called empathetically. You make a space where people accept and understand each other when you interact in this way. That gives every exchange meaning, and you will notice and feel the absence of such a caring presence the most. Consistent contact is a way to show that you are there for them even when you're not there in person. When you look at it together, it reminds you that you are a team working to build better life. If you stick to this schedule, your partner will miss you a lot and always want to go back to these comforting and important relationships. How can you make the leave your answer in the comments about how you and your partner talk to each other consistently? Giving your life purpose is one of the best ways to make it more interesting and important for you, and your having goals and dreams outside of the relationship with your partner shows that you, who has a bigger goal and a plan for how to reach it. Think about the difference between someone who lives in, they don't have a clear direction right now, and are always working on projects that inspire and drive them. The person with a mission not only stands out, but their energy also draws people to them. Having determination and a goal in life can be shown by concrete, doing things that make you happy, like spending time on personal or business projects that make you happy. For example, if there are things in your life that make it better, like volunteering or learning something that interests you. Also, gives your relationship an extra dimension when you share your interests, and growth with your partner makes you feel closer to them and the bond stronger. These habits that make you feel good are signs of choices that will change your life. Living with meaning shows that you are committed to personal growth and that you are emotionally stable, is very appealing. When you have a clear goal, you can deal with problems better and keep a positive mood, even if it shows in the way you act when things go wrong. Take care of your money and make big choices. One example is planning a long-term investment or project that shows you're not just living in the present, but also getting ready for the future. This long-term goal gives your partner hope and pushes them to get involved and help with your efforts. Having a reason makes your absence stand out more. People who are always trying to get better and reach their goals lose the energy that comes from you. You bring energy to the relationship. This can be especially true when you're not there, like when you're away for. The lack of a person with a purpose is felt more deeply when they are not at work or other activities, because your presence has a positive effect on the other person and serves an important purpose in their life. Living with a goal not only makes your life better, it also makes it more interesting. When both of you have your own goals and dreams for your partner's life, the friendship turns into a partnership where both people can grow, a setting where everyone wants to do their best, which makes the bond between you stronger. What can? Leave your answer in the comments below on how you give your life and relationship more purpose and meaning. Keeping your feelings in check is an important skill for making and keeping healthy and happy relationships. Relationships, imagine a time when you chose to stay calm during a small argument instead of responding too strongly. And take a fair view. This kind of control keeps things from getting worse and shows a level of emotional growth that is highly valued in any. Keeping your feelings in check in a relationship helps keep things stable and safe. Keeping your feelings in check is important for making a strong and lasting bond. When you do this, your reactions are more well thought out and sensible. This not only helps avoid pointless fights, but it also gives you the grace and peace to deal with tough conditions. Having to deal with a cash crisis or a problem at work without not being able to keep your cool, this behavior shows that you can handle problems in an adult and controlled way, which makes your partner trust you more, and also shows that you can control your feelings. Shows that you can change and stay stable even when things don't go as planned. It's like using the Stoic rules in your daily life to act in a way that is conscious and not letting your mood swings control what you do. By showing that you can do this, you not only create a that is calmer and more reliable, and that also makes your partner feel safer and more supported. Especially important when you're stressed and need to stay calm. Harboring for the other person the habit of controlling your emotions is also linked to what you should do instead of responding quickly to your partner's behavior, acts that you might find problematic. You decide to deal with the situation in a balanced and helpful point of view, helps people communicate better and lowers the risk to avoid misunderstandings. Controlling your feelings is a good way to form habits that they can change your life in more ways than just your relationship. Moderation in emotions is important in places like work and social situations. Proves to your partner that you can stay by being there for them, giving them stability and comfort. Being cool and logical in tough situations makes you someone your partner can trust, and they can count on that trust. And security makes your departure stand out more because your partner values the peace and quiet you bring. How can you learn to control your feelings better and use that in your relationship? Leave your answer in the comments. Being able to bounce back from problems is a great trait. That can change your relationship and your life. Picture yourself in a tough spot. It could be a failure with money or a problem at work. And instead of giving up, you rise to the occasion, adapt, and keep going. Going forward, this kind of toughness not only makes you a better person, it also sets a great model for your partner that the way you deal with problems shows a lot of inner power that is very attractive. Comforting that being strong in hard times is like following Seneca's advice, who said that trouble is a chance to grow as a person instead of giving up in the face of. When you have problems, think of them as tasks that you need to meet. If you lose money, don't let it get you down. Instead, look for ways to get back on your feet, like looking for a new job. Chances or learning how to spend more wisely, which shows that they can get back on their feet. Not only makes you stronger, but it also makes your partner respect your bravery and determination. Being resilient in hard times shows that you can deal with and get past problems, which makes your partner trust you more and feel safer in the relationship. When they see how strong and calm you are in tough situations, makes them feel safer. Feeling loved and cared for. This is especially important in a relationship because knowing that the other person can deal with problems well builds a strong base of trust, that the fact that you can deal with problems with courage and hope shows that you are a source of strength during hard times. Resilience is also linked to every task you face is an opportunity for personal growth and the chance to learn from your mistakes. A chance to get stronger and better at what you do. When you talk about these things with your partner, it shows that you are growing and changing all the time. Not only makes the relationship better, but it also makes a space where both people can help each other. On their paths of personal growth, these events become motivating stories and strengthen the bond between you and your partner. Being there is even more valuable when you face problems with grace and drive. Your partner knows how strong you are, how important you are to them, and how well you can heal. Grow from problems makes your absence feel stronger because you give them stability and love. Incomparable. How can you make your life and relationships more resilient? Leave your answer in the comments. One of the best ways to build a strong character is to be consistent. Picture a partner who is trustworthy and respectful of you. Same person every day. Someone you can count on to stay true to their ideals and actions no matter what. This level of predictability makes the workplace safe and reliable, where everyone can feel safe and know that being consistent with who you are lets your partner know exactly what to do, what they need from you, which is important for a stable and long-lasting relationship. Being steady in your character also shows that you care about being honest and having ethics when you act in a way that follows your beliefs and principles. You show that you have a lot of respect for yourself and the relationship. For instance, if you always put honesty and openness first so that your partner knows they can trust you to be real. This constancy, even in tough situations, builds a strong base of trust where both partners know they can always count on each other, and being consistent in their behavior also helps. Make your relationship stronger when you're the same person in all. In some parts of life, it gives your partner a sense of security and predictability in the partnership. Comfortable and sure of themselves by your side, knowing that you will keep your promises. Values like these keep people from getting confused and misunderstanding each other when there is a difference between consistency between what someone says and what they do helps keep the peace and trust that is necessary for a relationship to be good. You need to be consistent in how you deal with problems. Problems. Being able to keep your spirit strong even when things are hard is an admirable trait of strength. And toughness. Your partner knows you have issues with being brave and honest, builds trust and respect in a friendship. Being constant with what you do and decide, especially during crises, shows that you are a strong base for your partner because your character is always the same. That your loss is felt more deeply when you are a reliable and constant part of your partner's life, a clear gap. The security and comfort you offer make your absence feel more clear, and your partner longs for your return. What can you do to make sure that you are being honest in who you are and what you do? Leave your answer in the comments now that you know. How to make them miss you so much. Now that you know these tricks, it's time to become someone whose presence they can't stand, is important, and whose loss is felt deeply. Use these methods and watch the change in your relationship. But don't stop there. Watch the next movie too. To finish learning and find out how to improve these ideas even more, subscribe to the channel. notifications, and stay with us for more helpful advice.